Angel did not almost forget the name of the show again. That's never happened to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now you got me laughing.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Voices from the Mausoleum. And welcome back to March Monster Madness, our bracket 3 reveal for our winners and our final bracket for March Madness. We made it.
Yes, we did.
Stressfully so. These damn numbers are crazy. With my co-host Albert from Blood and Bruce. Okay, so when last we met, Xenomorph, Pyramid Head, the Predator, and Frankenstein's Monster had moved on to our final brackets. Intentionally, we did not put the Xenomorph and the Predator together because we've already seen that movie. So we did Xenomorph against Pyramid Head and Predator versus Frankenstein's Monster. With a prediction for both of us, I think, that we would end up Xenomorph and Predator versus each other.
It really was feeling like it was going that way. And
Yeah,
you're telling me that isn't what happened?
That's not what happened.
Oh, wow.
But
I thought that people were going to make that happen regardless. I just felt it being pulled that way so much.
And it was. There's literally 1 day of voting on my numbers that made the difference. It's just 1 day. And it was only by 1 point. So it's not like, a crazy amount. Hey, Lexi. It's not, like I said, it's not overwhelming. It's not like, this, like they just swept it. It's more of, it's literally 1 day of voting that made a difference. And it put this one in over by 1 point. So we are not, thank God, we are not getting Xenomorph and Predator. For sure. We're not getting that. And I'm glad. Because I told people when I posted about it, I was like, please don't vote that way. Please don't vote that way. And I voted this time. And I didn't vote that way. So I was like, I don't want to have to do Xenomorph and Predator. We've already done that. So
yeah, I didn't need that.
No, me either. And so this one obviously may be a little bit shorter than previous ones just because it is a bracket of only 2 weeks. So it's only 4.
Yeah.
But hi again, I should say. I also kept doing that. I was like, not that I don't love the Xenomorph, but if I was to genuinely pick of the two, like any side of it, whether I thought it would be like from the supernatural side of being able to handle his own to like favorite, just because he's my favorite. Same. Lexi says, hi, Tara. So, all right. So like I said, this didn't go the way we did. We thought it was going to go. And so whichever one I reveal first, you're going to know who's going with the second one anyway, right?
I'm just happy that you're telling me it didn't go that way.
God, me too. And I'm so interested to see how we do this next year with pairings because we kind of did a lot of the major ones this time. So next time it's going to be like really different monsters because we did the main ones already, which I think is for the best.
I feel like you caught me off guard this time. So I didn't really know what to expect or what we were going for. Mm-hmm. And now that we're like going into it, I have more of an idea and I can kind of help out with that more. And like I said last time, the whole The Shining, Jack from The Shining and Misery, I would love to see those two go at it. Yeah, mm-hmm. I feel like the matchups like that, if we could do some stuff like that, would be amazing. Anyway,
I think so. I think we can. I think it'll be. I wrote that down in my notes for next year too, because I think that's an automatic. We got to do that one, right? I haven't seen The Bride yet. I can tell you, I am also already obsessed. Though I have zero doubts I'm going to absolutely love that film, but I have not seen it yet. We haven't seen that or Scream yet. Ready or Not 2 yesterday. Was that good? Did y'all like that?
I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I really liked the first one too. I'm not sure.
Right? The first one was amazing.
The first one was so good. I didn't know what to expect. I actually saw that without a trailer. I literally just went in blind. And honestly, for that type of movie, I think that was like the best way to go.
It was so weird and random.
It was.
Right? It
was.
just was like,
Yeah.
I loved it. And Samara Weaving's amazing. She's a great actress.
She's great. Yeah. And the ending, I don't know that many people saw coming, because you're just thinking it's a bunch of crazy people for the most part. And then it's like, oh, no shit, wait.
Everybody starts popping.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I have zero doubts I will love it. She said, Tara, you too. Yeah, I think I will love The Bride. As feminist as it is, yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna absolutely love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing The Bride, but it's low on my list of movies.
There's a lot right now.
I feel like I need to see Undertow and also Scream 7. I'm back and forth if I even want to watch that one. I feel like it's kind of played out at this point. We've had
I'm gonna skip that one. But I'm very eager to see Undertone, because I saw the trailer for it when we went and saw. Damn, what did we go see in theaters? Oh, Silent Hill 2, or Return to Silent Hill. When we went to see that, Undertone was a trailer in that, and it was like terrifying. I was like, oh, I can't tell you the last time I saw a horror movie that actually scared me. It's been a while.
I'm not expecting it to be everything everybody's making it out to be at all.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to watching a straight up horror film that's just that, a horror film. And like I was telling Terry yesterday, I was like, I kind of wanted, after the week I've had, I needed something a little bit more upbeat and fun. And that's what Ready or Not 2 is. You're going into something like more fun. It's not meant to be super serious. So
yeah. And I'm learning to appreciate things like that when they're well done. I can get on board with that.
Right.
Oh, definitely a woman empowerment vibe. All women need to watch it. Yeah. I think Undertone is going to legitimately scare me. So I'm like, because it reminds me of like a heavier, darker, more, because it's rated R version of a White Noise, which is a PG-13 movie that I loved.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm hoping it's super good. And I do want to see The Bride though. Even though I heard it's super artistic and like
it is supposed to be very
I hope it kind of has that same type of wild like Your Monster did, or Lisa Frankenstein, or
I see. Yeah.
If it kind of goes that direction, I could definitely get with it for sure.
Yeah. I'm excited for The Mummy and Evil Dead. Yeah, The Mummy looks good. I didn't expect to be excited about, but I'm excited about that one too. I didn't like Evil Dead Rise. No. If they make another Evil Dead movie where they just say dumb stuff in a weird voice and that's like the whole thing, I'm going to be so irritated.
I'm so confused. What do you mean by that?
In Rise, the Deadites talk like a ton more than they normally do. And I'm like, that like cheesy demon voiceover thing, when everything else is super serious and super dark, it just does not work for me. It sounds stupid. Okay. And I didn't think the ball was a good idea. I didn't like that. It didn't
even register for me because I really liked the mom character. I like her too. Like she was super creepy when she had her whole scene in the kitchen and the bathroom, like freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they wouldn't have redone the scene in the woods from the 2013 version in the elevator. I feel like we could have done without that because it felt a little forced to me. But whatever.
Yeah, Albert, I will say the Three Corners rated it 3.5. I'm assuming you're talking about Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise.
I hated Dead Rise. The setting was a downer for me, not a cabin, but I was actually excited about the apartment because I thought about all the people that could affect. But then they kind of they did that a little bit. They gave space to people to come in and be possessed or whatever. But it wasn't as insane as I thought it was going to be. And so that part was kind of disappointing.
Now, did you see it in a theater, Angel, or no?
Yeah, I went opening weekend. I made a t-shirt and everything.
See, I really thought it was a super good theater movie, just because of the everything. I really enjoyed that one. I'm shocked that you didn't like it. Not even the end weird creature, huh?
No, that was
That
dumb.
was
I've
too
seen that
much.
in Critters.
Stupid.
I'm good. You know.
Okay.
Oh, she said for the bride. The bride get. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're yeah. Um. Anyway, yeah. So I Undertone is like I probably won't get to see it in theaters, but as soon as it becomes on like video on demand or whatever, 100% I'll be watching it because I think that one's going to be very scary. And I like anything that has to do with like ghost voices, things like that. Like are check. They just check so many boxes for me. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that part. Okay, cool. Well, all right. So I'll announce the one that changed the game. And that's going to be the Xenomorph versus the Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head won by 1 point. Total counts 27 and 28. So if I hadn't voted at all, Xenomorph would have won. Because yeah.
So we're saying Pyramid Head is going to go up against Predator.
Yep. Frankenstein's monster lost by 10 points to Predator.
That's crazy to me. And part of me wonders, I could be wrong, but part of me wonders if that's voters' laziness and they're just going for the top slot every time. Because I noticed a lot of times on my votes, a lot of it was just the top one. So it made me think, are they just going through and just being lazy, or are they actually choosing?
I had a friend who accidentally voted Xenomorph, so they went back and voted Pyramid Head from their other page, their content page, because they didn't mean to vote for Xenomorph. So maybe there's something to that. Because on mine it was Xenomorph. Yeah, that was how we did it. I think it was Xenomorph was always listed first because that's who the picture, and then it was Pyramid Head, and then it was Predator and Frankenstein's monster. So maybe there is something to that. You get in a rhythm. I don't know. So we have Pyramid Head going against Predator.
I just don't know how to feel about that. I mean, you have someone in the physical realm fighting someone in like a non. Yeah. I mean, obviously. So it just makes it a little tough because how do you put those? I mean, popularity wise, I still think that I have a feeling Predator's going to win by a landslide, but I could be wrong.
No, that would be my prediction as well, is that Predator's going to take the win for this one, just because, Predator is, I think, wildly more, I guess, popular.
Had it been prior to this movie coming out, maybe not so much, but after this movie coming out, Predator's
the last Predator movie. Yeah,
super popular.
I really liked that movie. It was good. I think. And I think it goes back to kind of what we talked about last week, where it's like, Pyramid Head doesn't exist outside of Silent Hill, right? Whereas the Predator's from another planet, and then he kind of goes everywhere. So it's like, realistically, it has to be in Silent Hill, or it can't happen at all because he doesn't exist outside of that plane.
I mean, but can Pyramid Head even be hurt?
I don't know.
Like, if he's not like a physical, you know what I mean? Like, can he even be affected by any? I guess he was, and I've seen him get like jarred and like thrown off and stuff. So I guess he kind of can be, but
he can be hurt. But I think because game wise, I mean, like I know we talked about last week, he is something different in the movie. The 2006 movie, at least, but ultimately he's a manifestation of something. So he's not like a physical being, like you said. So it's like he can't really die. But people aren't going to vote that way, so it doesn't matter. People are going to vote, and they're going to be like, "Oh, Predator more,"
right?
And that's okay too, I guess.
But,
I would be very shocked if Pyramid Head wins.
I mean, he might.
Maybe. He got a lot of votes, but
you gotta
comparatively,
when you do the voting, you have to put him on top.
That's the trick.
We're gonna bust those lazy voters by doing that.
Yeah, they'll have to think about it differently.
Uh-huh.
Oh, because once you vote, that's it. You can't redo it unless you go from another page. So
Exactly. Game over.
mhm. Yeah, so that's going to be our next bracket. Pyramid Head versus Predator. I'm glad. When I was looking at the numbers, I was like, damn it, it is going to be the Xenomorph and Predator. I begged people. I was like, please don't vote that way. Please don't vote that
Right.
way. And then when I added it, I was like, it was one number. And I was like, oh. So I'm glad. I'm glad it was different than we anticipated. I know Tara's devastated that Frankenstein's monster didn't make it to the final bracket, but
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry, Tara.
yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's the game. So this coming week we'll do Pyramid Head versus Predator, and we'll wrap up next week for our first March Madness event.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Went by fast.
Really fast.
It's already like the end of the month. Like, damn.
I can't believe it. Time's been flying by so fast, though. I just feel like it's just not even.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know. I agree. I know the first week was rough because we had so many. It was 16 monsters. We both came up with 8. It was a lot. That was a lot to keep up. Like, I was like, God damn, there's so many. Pyramid Head. Yeah, that's who I'm going to be voting for too. But yeah, it's once we whittled it down a little bit, I was like, oh, it made it a lot easier because it was a lot to keep up with. There's a lot of pictures to post and just numbers to count and stuff. So it's crazy. It's gonna be so easy now that it's just basically one picture, one post. So, well, that's cool. That's all I got. I told you it was gonna be a little shorter than last time because there's only 2 this time, but
yeah, you seem bummed though. This isn't the matchup at the end that you wanted, that you were looking forward to. And my thing is, if you could have chose the 2 to be at the very end of this whole thing, what would have been your 2 that you would have loved to have seen make it to the end?
Yeah, I would say my 2. Pyramid Head would have been one of them, but we kind of lost this in the last bracket. But I really liked the visual idea of like a fight between Krampus and Pyramid Head, like just because it's so ridiculous. And we talked so many things about how like Krampus is the way he is, and he's not, he's got these other things that do his bidding for him. And we've talked about Pyramid Head being based in Silent Hill and what he can and can't do outside of that. And so I was kind of hoping people were just going to do something weird. Like I wanted the voting to go weird and off what we assumed it was going to, and it almost didn't. Yeah. And if I hadn't voted, it would have been. If I had not voted at all, Pyramid Head would have been down 4 votes. So
like a Leprechaun Godzilla situation.
Oh my God. That would have been so fun to talk about.
Like
though.
What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And my partner was talking about like, oh, are you guys gonna do like scenarios? And I was like, well, we've kind of already done one live about it, so I don't want to introduce like anything new, but I think that's a great idea next year for us to like write scripted events of like these people fighting and like coming up with like, it could be just like a fun way to like put you like in the scene, right, of like if you were to have something crazy like Godzilla versus Leprechaun,
to give it a little bit more of a not just one-sidedness.
Yeah,
it would have to be like a move per move type of situation. Like you'd have to say what the person would do first, and then I would have to say. That way we could go back and forth, like almost play for play.
Yeah, like you're watching like a fighting game. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
and it just adds like that extra level of like silliness to it too. I think that I like. But yeah, I thought it was a really good idea. I was like, oh, that's definitely something we should probably do next year. I think it'll make it just a little bit more fun. But yeah, so we'll see. Pyramid Head versus Predator. My assumption is Predator is going to take the win, but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Yeah. Annie versus Jack Torrance. That's all I could keep thinking about. Yeah, I want to see that. Them fighting in the snow. Sledgehammer against axe. Let's do it.
Oh my God. That would be a fun scene to write out
Right?
too. Yeah.
Like fighting in and out of a cabin. Just those
Oh
two
my
rolling around,
God.
swinging at each other with
Yeah.
going freaking crazy.
That's super fun. I love that. That's going to be on the first set.
Like I'm just imagining it play out in my brain.
It's a great visual too. I like that. That's going to be fun. Yeah, we'll think outside of like we kind of did the main ones. This was the first go of it. We were, neither of us really knew how it was going to go per se as far as like setup and stuff. So now I've got a pretty good handle on it. I think we can do something a little crazier next time for sure. But cool. Well, go vote. Don't let Predator win. Right?
Make sure that Predator wins. But yeah.
Well, cool. Well,
Does
Albert's links.
Does Predator get a prize for winning? Like this whole, I feel like Predator went through a lot of stages to make it to the very end. Does he get do we send him something or
maybe a paper crown?
Ooh, I like that. Predator gets a paper crown.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think it'll fit over the mask if I make it big enough.
Oh yeah. He probably doesn't wear that all the time, just in battle.
That's true. But isn't he always in battle?
Probably.
He doesn't get a lot of vacation days.
No. Always fighting.
It's just like real life. No, just always fighting every day for survival. Yeah. Well,
All
cool. No, Pyramid Head. Yeah, that's who I want to win. I think it'd be fun. So, well, cool. Well, as always, Albert's links to where you can find his other content and stuff are in the description for the live. Thanks to Lexi and Tara for keeping us company and hanging out with us while we talked about these end results. We're on the last haul, so we got one more bracket left, and then we're done until next time. So, perfect. Well, we hope you guys have a great rest of your, what's today, Saturday, right? Saturday. Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next week for our final March Madness Live.
Bye.